Hello and welcome to Gentle Movement, Yin, and Restorative Yoga. My name is Michelle Chua. For this practice, you'll want to have 2 yoga blocks, a blanket, a strap, and a pillow, maybe several pillows. Items like that around may be helpful for this practice. Let's start in a comfortable seat. That might mean propping your pelvis on a folded blanket to help you sit up tall. That might mean crossing your legs or not. And then just take a moment to physically and mentally arrive. You might shift your body around as you're checking in with how it feels. Maybe close your eyes and sense the quality of your natural breath. Observing what kind of energy and mental, emotional state you come to your practice with. And starting to become still. So the Dalai Lama said, there are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, and do, and mostly live. The first sutra of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali is Atha Yoga Shusasanam. And it's often translated to mean, now begins the instruction of yoga. Now begins the instruction of yoga. When mind, awareness, body, breath, spirit are in union, now begins the instruction of yoga in the present moment. So let's begin. Allow a moment to clarify your focus for this practice. Centering in on a quality you'd like to embody, or dedication towards something that you're working on in any area of your life. Maybe bring your palms in prayer position at your heart as you clarify your sankalpa, your heart-rooted intention. Also, you might think of someone that you could also dedicate this practice to. And let's open up, sending the energy of our intentions and dedications out and feeling them resonate within through sound, chanting 3 ohms. Empty this breath. Take a deep breath in. Start to deepen your breath, inhaling through the nose, sitting up a little taller, collarbones broadening. Exhale through the mouth like you're fogging a mirror. Sustain the breath to empty. Sit up a little taller, inhale a little slower. Feel the 4 walls of your rib cage gently expand as your sternum rises. Hold the breath in at the top, relax your shoulders back and down. Then exhale again like you're fogging a mirror. Draw it out just as slowly as the in-breath. Hold at the bottom of the breath. And let's try that once more. Inhaling through the nose deeply. Pause at the top for a few seconds. Exhale a gentle whisper through the mouth, just as slowly. Pause at the bottom a few seconds. Let's remove the pauses, close the lips, and begin practicing Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breathing, sustaining your breath equally through the nose in and out, while softly narrowing the back of your throat to create a gentle whispering sound. Taking your time to be present as much as you can with each breath. Herein lies the practice of yoga. Atha Yoga Shasanam. Start to move to the sound you're creating in your breath, bringing your hands onto your lap, maybe holding your knees. Inhale, rotate your torso to your right and forward. Exhale to your left and back. Keep going. Inhale to the right and forward. Exhale to the left and back. Several more Sufi rolls, circling the spine. And let's take it in the opposite direction, breathing into the left, forward, breathing out to the right and back. Several more. And last round here. And as you sit tall at center, begin to rotate your shoulders forward and up as you breathe in. Exhale them back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Several more. Take your time and feel the sensations throughout the movement. And then let's switch directions. Inhale your shoulders behind you and up. Exhale them forward and down. And then as you rest your hands in your lap, drop your chin towards your chest. Let's slowly begin to circle the head. Inhale to your left shoulder. Look up. Exhale to your right shoulder. Look down. And if it's more comfortable to go even slower, feel free. Take your time with this. Be very gentle. When you finish this round, switch direction. Breathing in slowly and out through the nose. Let's start to make our way onto all fours. We'll continue with more gentle movement to warm our body up for our postures. So come down to hands and knees and spread your fingers flat on the floor, knees a couple inches behind your hips as you stack your shoulders over your wrists. Let's begin cat-cow. Inhale, glide your chest forward, then coil it up as you drop the shoulders back. Cow pose. Exhale, contract your abdomen, dropping your head to round your back, cat pose. Again, inhale, chest forward, peel the shoulders behind the ears and down, look up. Exhale, lift the navel, tuck the tailbone under, drop your head. And take maybe another 5 cycles of breath. Flexing and extending your spine, a way to activate the relaxation response of your nervous system by toning the vagus nerve. While warming up your core muscles. On your next exhalation, after rounding your back, tuck your toes, separate your feet hips distance, and lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Then take several breaths there, pedaling your feet in place to help warm up your hamstrings and calves. Maybe shaking and nodding your head gently to help loosen up your neck. We're only going to be in this posture once, using it to open up the back body as you press your hands down and forward, lift your hips up and back. Let's take about 5 more breaths here, dancing your downward dog. And then start to walk your feet forward to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold with your feet hips width apart. Parallel, bend your knees generously. And as you completely drop your head, take hold of opposite elbows with your hands and let your spine sway gently side to side. You might shimmy out the shoulders, you might softly shake and nod your head, maybe even gently straighten one leg as you lean your torso towards it, and then switch a few times. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Maybe switch the cross of your arms. Bending your knees a lot more. Tilt your weight forward and let your arms hang. Let your torso and head hang. As you breathe in, slowly roll your spine upright, lifting your head last. Coming all the way up, rotate your shoulders behind you and down. And let's turn to face the wide width of your mat. We're gonna practice some Qigong, which is specifically to help open the heart meridian. Pinky fingers connected to that area. So stand in mountain pose to begin. We'll start it, breaking it down. And as you step your right foot out to the right, maybe a little wider than shoulders width apart, bring your palms to face up together like you're scooping water from a river. Let the pinky fingers touch. And as you inhale, lift the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring the palms to face down. Pinky fingers still touching, palms are facing outwards. Inhale, open your arms like you're a bird, expanding your wings. And as you exhale, step the right foot next to the left, return to mountain pose. Step the left foot out to the left similarly, and inhale, scoop your hands forward and up. Exhale, dive your palms face down, fingertips, pinky fingers touching. Inhale, open your wings. Exhale, back to mountain. Let's try that a few times, helping to warm up the shoulders. Inhale, scoop the hands, step the right foot out. Exhale, palms reaching down, pinky fingers still touching. Inhale, open your wings. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, left foot steps out, scoop the palms up. Exhale, fingertips face down. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, mountain. One more each side. Inhale, step the right foot out, scoop the palms, lift up. Exhale, fingertips face down. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, mountain. Last one. Inhale, step the left foot out, scoop the palms, reaching them up. Exhale, palms facing down. Inhale, expand your wings. Exhale, mountain pose. Let's return to the top of your mat. Take your 2 blocks and place them on both sides of your heels as you step your feet hips width apart. Let's take a few half sun salutations. We had a request to warm up our hamstrings a bit, our shoulders, specifically the rotator cuff. So we've got a little movement in the shoulders. Now let's get into the backs of the legs. Inhale, circle your arms apart. Watch your palms meet towards overhead. Bend your knees if you need, and exhale, bow from your hips as though you have a flat back. Press your fingertips on your legs or the ground ahead. Engage your belly and inhale, stretch your spine towards your front wall. Exhale, bow again towards your legs. Root down through your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead as you rise to stand in mountain pose. Exhale, trace your palms in prayer down the center of your body. Let's try 2 more rounds of that. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Press with your hands. Inhale, stretch your spine forward. Exhale, bow down again. Root down to your feet. Inhale, circle your arms, rise up. Exhale, palms trace your midline. Last one, Ardha Surya Namaskar. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Inhale, half bow, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale again, bow, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise with arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands in prayer to the heart in mountain, Padasana. A few breaths here, notice how you're feeling. From here, reach your hands behind your lower back to clasp, or grab a strap to hold between your hands if that makes it more accessible to reach the arms away from your lower back. Keep your feet parallel apart. Roll your shoulders behind the ears and down. Inhale, look up. Bend your knees generously and exhale, bow again from your hips as though you have a flat back. Dropping your skull completely for 5 or more breaths here. Arms reaching forward away from your lower back. Shoulders lifting away from your neck. Soften the back of your neck. Then place your fingertips on the blocks beside your feet. Step the left ball of the foot back into a high lunge. Inhale, in your high lunge, sink your pelvis and open your chest towards the front of your room. As you exhale, keep your feet where they are and begin to straighten your front leg to your capacity, bowing to the inside of it. Inhale, bend the front knee again to a lunge. Exhale, straighten the front leg and bow. 3 more cycles with a breath. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, pyramid pose. From here, come back to your lunge and step the left foot forward, step the right foot back to a high lunge. Inhale, sink your pelvis, draw your sternum towards your front wall. Exhale, straighten the front leg to your degree as you bow inside of it. Inhale, back to a lunge. Exhale, straighten and bow. 3 more rounds. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Last round, breathe in and breathe out. From here, take your blocks with you in your hands and walk them to your right side of your front foot. Turn to face the wide edge of your mat to the right, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Parallel your feet. Crawl your hands forward so your spine can parallel the floor. Imagine pressing your heart through the gates of your arms as you shift your weight towards the fronts of your heels rather than the backs of them. Draw the shoulder blades down your back, activate the belly, draw it in towards the spine, and keep your weight forward as you bow deeper from your hips. Try to maintain that feeling of a flat back, so if needed, if the back starts to round, know that you can bend your knees any degree. Walking your hands back, maybe they line up with your feet, maybe they move behind the feet. Lower the top of your head to the floor, and let's take 5 more deep breaths here in Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Think of slightly lifting your kneecaps, gently flexing your quadriceps, the front muscles of your thighs. This offers support for your hamstrings, the back muscles of your thighs. Letting your sitting bones tilt upwards as the crown of your head falls downward. 3 more breaths. From here, walk your hands forward to rise halfway up again. Pause and breathe. Bend your knees generously. Keep engaging your belly. Bring your hands to your hips and leading from your chest. Inhale, slowly rise up. And let's come on down to sit on your shins in your variation of Virasana Hero's Pose. So you might be sitting on a block or pillow between the ankles, which gives the knees a little more leeway so they don't need to bend as deeply. Make sure your toes are pointing back and that your knees are no wider apart than your hips distance. Then right here, bend your elbows apart and cross your right elbow over the left elbow. Hooking your thumbs or wrapping your forearms and palms into eagle pose. Send your shoulders down your back as you lift from your lower spine to your crown. Lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders and gently press your forearms away from your face. Now imagine you could breathe into the area right between your shoulder blades and across the tops of your shoulders. Center your breath there for the next 5 rounds. Mind, body, breath, spirit. Union. Atha Yoga Shusasanam. Inhale, lift your elbows slightly higher than your shoulders. Exhale, back stroke your arms and cross the left elbow over the right. Hooking your thumbs or wrapping your forearms and palms. Send the shoulder blades down your back ribs. Lift from the bottom of your spine to your crown. Align your elbows to the height of your shoulders and gently press your forearms away from your face. Visualize breathing into your upper back and the tops of your shoulders. 5 more deep breaths. Lifting your elbows a little higher, take a deep breath in. Exhale, back stroke your arms, and let's bring the legs out in front of you, preparing for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Start by extending your left leg forward and turning out your right thigh at the hip. Then cross your right thigh as much as you can over your left thigh, so perhaps your knees stack down your midline. Either keep your bottom leg straight and flex the foot. This can offer your hamstrings and lower back a bit more of a stretch if you're looking for that. Or bend the bottom knee and maybe splay the feet wider apart. With this, you might feel more opening in your glutes and outer hips. Now, you might want a strap to start with the shoulders. Holding the strap in your left hand as I'm hearing you raise your left arm and dangle the tail of the strap behind your back. Using your right hand, rotate your left tricep or outer upper arm forward and bring the elbow behind your head, drawing both shoulder blades down your back. Reach your right hand underneath behind you and catch the other end of the strap. Then walk your hands as close together as you can. Some of you might drop the strap if your fingers can clasp. Now root down to your left and right sitting bones. Sit up a little taller, open the space between chin and chest. As you breathe in, look up. Exhale, keep stretching your spine like a flat back, folding from your hips. Let's take about 10 more breaths to explore this posture. Gomukhasana. When you're ready, root down to your pelvis. Begin to lift your chest as you inhale to rise up. Release your arms, straighten your legs, and take a moment to pause. Notice how you feel. Excuse me. Second side, turn out your left thigh at the hip and cross it over your right knee. Set it the same way as you did on the first side. So bottom leg straight, foot flexed, or bend both knees. Maybe splay the feet wider apart. Ground your two sitting bones and perhaps start by holding a strap from your right hand, dangling it behind you. Use your left hand and rotate your outer right upper arm forward. Press your two shoulders down and bring your right elbow behind your head. Reach your left hand underneath to grab hold of the other end of the strap. Walking your hands as close together as you can, maybe they clasp. Then press your two sitting bones down and imagine breathing up from the bottom of your spine to your crown. Open your throat, open your chest, and exhale, begin to bow. Taking 10 more breaths in cow face pose. Pressing your pelvis downward, begin to lift your chest. Inhale to rise up. Release your arms and straighten your legs. And again, pause. Notice how you feel now. From here, please make your way to hands and knees, and we're going to prepare for single pigeon pose, sitting upright. So from your hands and knees, and you may want to have pillows near the front of your mat that you could reach for. Turn out your right thigh and slide the shin in front of your pelvis, straightening your left leg behind you. Tuck the toes. With your hands alongside your hips, lift your pelvis and scissor your right hip back. bringing your left hip forward until both hips are equally facing the front of your mat. If you notice there's a gap between your right glute and the floor, fill that gap with whatever props might be comfortable. Relax your left toes down. If your right hip is willing to have your right shin parallel to the front edge of your mat, make sure to flex your right foot the entire pose to help stabilize your right knee. Take a breath in and lift your chest. Now, taking your time, begin to bow forward, and I'm setting the timer this time for 3 minutes before we switch sides. So here you could lie onto your pillows. You could thread the needle if you want to focus on a twist, threading left arm underneath right bent elbow, lowering the left side of your head on the ground or on a pillow or a prop as you flare the right elbow towards the sky, spiraling your chest to the right. So again, center on your breath, which is happening in each present moment. Deep breaths. Got just about 20 more seconds here. Slowly begin to lift your torso and step back onto hands and knees. Take a moment there to pause or maybe sway the hips side to side or more actively rotate your right thigh at the hip for a few breaths. As you feel ready, turn out your left thigh at the hip and cross the shin in front of your pelvis. Come to sit with your right leg straight behind you, tucking the toes. With hands alongside your hips, lift your pelvis to scissor your left hip back and bring your right hip to face forward. Maybe placing a prop under your left glute to help keep your hips squared. Now, if your left shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat, make sure to flex your left foot the entire posture. Relax your right toes, lift your chest, breathe in. start to make your way down into the same variation, though the intensity may be different, as you did on the first side. So if you're taking thread the needle, flare your left elbow up and thread your right arm underneath it, resting the right side of your head on the ground or on a prop. We've got 3 more minutes here. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. Slow, gentle, whispering breaths. And now we're down to 20 more seconds. Gently begin to lift your torso again. Make your way back to hands and knees. Whether you choose to pause there, allow a moment for stillness, or sway your pelvis side to side, or rotate your left thigh at the hip. Choose your way to integrate that posture. And now let's make our way onto our backs with a block off to the side and a strap in hand. As you line your back, bend your right knee into your chest. Either step your left foot on the ground or straighten the left leg to the floor. Then step the ball of your right foot into the strap. Extend your right leg up towards the sky. As you flex the right foot, pull the strap downward. Draw your shoulders into the ground away from your neck. Breathe. Now, to whatever degree you can keep your right leg straight, begin to straighten the left leg forward. So you might straighten it completely, you might not. If the left leg is straight, flex the foot too. And think of drawing your right outer hip, you might even place your right hand there, forward towards the front edge of your mat so that your 2 hips are evenly distanced from your 2 shoulders. Now as you keep your right leg straight, remember you can bend your left knee any amount. Begin to bend your elbows apart. Let's take 10 breaths, bringing the right leg closer to your chest. And it's a prayer here in prayer. Also called hand to big toe prayers, or Shikta, or Hasta, or Vrishtasana. And as you're flexing your feet here to activate the front muscles of your thighs, your quadriceps, offering your hamstrings support. Now let's lift the right leg upwards again and hold the strap in just your right hand. Place your left hand on the top of your left thigh and do straighten your left leg to the floor. Now that might mean bending the right knee if your hamstring is asking you to. Rotate your right thigh externally at the hip so that your right knee and toes begin to face your right wall. Then about 10 breaths. Start to open the right leg out to your right side, only to the degree that the back of your left hip remains on the ground. Lifting your right leg up again. Switch hands holding the strap so that your left hand is holding both ends of the strap. Go ahead and sickle your right foot. That means from the ankle, turn the sole of the foot to face your left wall. Remind that right outer hip to press forward towards the front edge of your mat. Slide your right arm out to the right, maybe looking towards the right hand as you press the right shoulder into the floor. Keep it down and begin to twist to your left side. 10 breaths here. So the sickling action of your right foot is to bring more awareness and opening into your IT band, located at your outer right thigh and hip. On your next in-breath, raise your right leg up again. Remove the strap and bend the knee towards your chest, scooting the right thigh towards the right side of your lower abdomen. Take a few breaths here, hugging the thigh closer in Uttanasana, or wind relieving pose. You might want to circle out your feet after flexing them, or point your toes. Now let's step the right foot on the ground, bend your left knee into your chest. Step the ball of your left foot into the strap. Flex your foot into the strap and extend your left leg upright. Hold the strap with both hands. And to whatever degree you can keep your left leg straight, begin to straighten the right leg forward. If the right leg can straighten all the way, flex your right foot too. For 10 breaths, let's bend the elbows apart and slowly bring your left leg closer to your chest while keeping your head and shoulders grounded. Keep flexing your quadriceps. And then lifting your left leg upright again. Hold both ends of the strap in your left hand. Press your right palm
onto the top of your right thigh, completely straightening the right leg forward and flexing the foot. Now this time you can bend the left knee if needed. Turn out your left thigh at the hip, externally rotate it. Then for 10 breaths, begin to open your left leg out to your left side and down. Supine hand to big toe pose variation. Supta Uttita Hasta Parangustasana. Slowly lift your left leg again upright. And let's switch hands so your right hand is now holding the strap. Send your left outer hip towards the front edge of your mat and sickle your left foot. From the ankle, turn the left foot to face your right wall. Slide your left arm out to the left. Rounding your left shoulder, you might turn your head in that direction as you twist to your right for 10 breaths. Harita Uttita Hasta Parangustasana. Revolve, hand to big toe pose. Next inhale, raise your left leg again. This time remove the strap and bend your left knee towards your chest. Hugging your left thigh towards the left side of your lower abdomen for a few breaths in Apanasana, wind relieving pose. And you might give your feet and ankles some relief from all that flexing by circling out your feet or pointing your toes. Now, just like your left thigh is hugging the outside of your left abdomen, bend your right knee and let your right thigh hug the outside of your right side of your abdomen. Similar to Happy Baby, but your feet are facing the front wall, sort of like a squat. Maybe rock a little side to side. Try to ground your tailbone and shoulders. Now, much more like a squat. Flex your feet again. Turn out your thighs from the hips and bend your knees 90-degree angles. Supine frog pose. Mandukasana. You could rest your hands, your arms on your inner thighs. Let's take about 8 more breaths here. Keep grounding your tailbone, shoulders, and head. Bringing your hands to your outer thighs, gently close your knees together. And let's set up for lifting your legs up, either in supported shoulder stand with a block under your sacrum, or if you have a wall that you could scoot your glutes right up against and rest your legs right on the wall, you could take that position. Or shoulder stand if you know how to practice it safely and your neck is free of injury. Let's take that posture of lifting the legs up in your own way for about 10 slow breaths. Gently begin to lower your pelvis to the floor. Bend your knees into your chest. Maybe rock a little in any direction. Inhale to your nose. Take a long sigh through your mouth. 2 more. And then make your way up to sit. And let's prepare to practice Samavriti Pranayama, a grounding breathing technique, which is helpful in moments of stress or anxiety to drop your attention in your body in the present moment, which is the practice of yoga. That union of body, mind, and spirit in the here and now. So box breathing or Samavriti Pranayama. Find a comfortable seat so your spine is upright, your shoulders are relaxed, back and down. You can rest your hands in your lap to help focus. You might bring your thumb and first finger to touch. Palms face down for grounding, palms face up for energizing. And as you close your eyes, if you choose to, you might steady your gaze at your brow center, between the eyebrows and slightly up towards the center of your forehead. Ajna chakra sits here, your pineal gland, connection to your inner wisdom. So box breathing is practiced by inhaling through the nose for 4 counts, holding the breath in for 4 counts, exhaling through the nose for 4 counts, holding the breath out for 4 counts. That's 1 cycle. Let's practice a few cycles together and then a couple on your own. So empty this breath. Hold it out. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one together. Inhale 4. Hold 4. Exhale 4. Hold 4. Continue 2 more cycles of Samavriti Pranayama. When you finish, at your own pace, sit and breathe naturally for a moment, pausing and observing. Then taking your time, lower your body into a position of rest for the next 5 minutes in corpse pose, in Shavasana. Closing your eyes, releasing control of your breathing, and softening the muscles of your body. Allow your bones to sink into the support of the earth. Staying aware as you deeply relax.
of your physical body. Sense the effects of your practice on it. Tune into your mind and emotional state. Notice any shift. Sense the quality of your energy. Begin to move your fingers and toes, gently turning your head. Gradually stretch your arms and legs, maybe turning over to your right side. Being gentle with yourself, lift your body up, find a comfortable seat to sit in for 5 minutes of meditation. Yoga Atha Shusasanam. Practice of yoga, the study of yoga, begins now. As you observe whatever thoughts or external stimuli you pay attention to, as soon as you notice yourself getting caught up into the future, into the past, following those stimuli or those thoughts, bring that choice of letting go into the present moment and return back to yourself in the here and now, witnessing it all. Let's begin our 5 minutes of meditation. Begin to sense your physical body. Expand your awareness to outside of your physical body. And gently bring your palms to meet at your heart, bowing in. As we close this practice, remember the intention you set at the start. Perhaps say it again in your mind. And remember that yoga is not just physical poses or even only breathing techniques. Yoga means union. Union of your body, your mind, your awareness, your spirit, your breath in the present moment. Hatha Yoga Shashanam. Let's close with one chant of Om. Empty this breath. Take a deep inhale. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.